Appreciate you, Jay. Book, pick and roll with Plum Dog. Gets ripped a little bit, recovers, going left, popping, hitting the midi. That's beautiful. What's up, man?
Well, you know, did you accidentally have the stream set to 3:30 at one point?
Did I?
I'm just asking because I checked on YouTube and it said 3:30, so I was like, "Oh, I got time to take a nap."
You know what that was? That was before it switched
daylight
from
savings time. Oh, okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah,
that makes more sense. Speaking of daylight savings time, do you look like we're playing in a heap of sand? Do we look like we're in quicksand over here?
I wish I could say no. But we do. We look like we're underestimating our opponent because they only have like 7 players.
Sounds
For
about
the
right.
game starts, bro, we're just throwing the ball to them like they're on our team. Here we go, Book.
This is right.
Finally a Book bucket.
Man,
damn, Book's 2
daylight
for
savings
7.
time sucks today.
Man, I'm lucky I didn't notice it too much.
Bowl,
baby.
On the fast break, Booker's gonna take a 3. This is it, Bowl.
That's what I'm talking about, Bowl.
Rebound, Bowl.
That's what I'm talking about. But don't worry, he will get pulled out and he will not come back.
Him and Nicholas Richards.
Dude, Richards had the sickest one-handed dunk earlier. You would have loved it. You would have been gooning. You might have been jelking, to be honest.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I jelked a little bit. Then I stopped. I didn't want to sissy-gasm. Stolo, I mean, I know we're playing down to their level right now, but I do still think we're going to win this game. They just don't have enough, man. This is a team who's purposely losing.
Yeah, they are. Well,
not purposely losing, but
Kyrie isn't Kyrie hurt for the rest of the season or something like that?
Out, and they're shutting down AD.
Yeah, I mean, Mavs fans. I mean, you know who I haven't seen in the longest time, and I don't blame them because of what's going on. Knicks. We haven't seen Knicks in a minute.
Knicks.
Remember Knicks? You don't remember Knicks on YouTube? The Mavericks fan?
A Mavericks fan named Knicks.
Mavericks fan Knicks, Nix, used to always come through and always used to say,
"Oh,
Knicks."
Oh, bro, come on. You know what Knicks is doing right now, bro.
Well, man, like we haven't seen him in a minute, and that just shows how bad Mavericks fans are, and they can't talk back. And like they can't come here and be like, "Oh," like because they are just in the bad spot as we are. Because, and it's not even their fault. It's not like it's like their GM just screwed them.
Well, I saw this thing yesterday that got me thinking. Tiny bit conspiratorial, but not really if you think about it.
Okay.
Who was Nick's best friend? Who did Nick spend his whole Nico spend his whole career with? Kobe. What would that likely make Nico?
Here we go, a Lakers fan.
Oh, you think that's possible? It'd be like me being in charge of some other team and then trading the best player back to my favorite team.
But
Is it? Because I heard the owners are Lakers fans too. That could be a lie. But Nico being a Lakers fan, not even close to out of the possibility. Out of the range of possibility, bro. No way. So just imagine the Suns hire Lakers fans to run the organization, and they secretly trade the best player you've ever had that you stole with the 5th pick. Well, third pick, but you picked, Trae Young and traded him for Luca.
Which is crazy, by the way.
And they trade your best player to their favorite team, and you know it's their favorite team. It's pretty sickening, bro. The NBA, it just goes to show Adam Silver once again, no balls, no testosterone, absolutely no manhood whatsoever. He's a piece of shit, androgynous alien who's ruining the NBA. Didn't have the balls to stand up and say, I'm sorry. You can't just trade the best team, one of the best players in the league, to the team you want to trade him to without looking around the league. Like, sorry, that's not how trades work. That's bad for the.
I can say
it's
devil's
bad
advocate.
for the league.
I can play devil's advocate and put my tinfoil hat on as Plumlee makes a dunk and say he did have balls and he wanted it to happen because he wanted more ratings for the Lakers.
True. Play. 3, no good. Rebound. Martin.
You can't have spots. It's got to be consistency. You can have spots throughout the course of the season, but not as many and not at this time.
Play. Working on Plumlee.
Yes, sir, Mac Mole. Yes, sir.
Clay wanted a 3, and he took several step backs and never pulled one.
Yep, I had to get it.
By the way,
sure, like Gabe's, and then I opted for the Universal Audio because I had the Universal Audio Volt as my interface too. So 1-in-1, baby. We are a UA studio over here.
Royce into the Tyus corner. By the way, I'm slowly heel turning on Beal. And talk about slow. I'm the last on that.
What you talking about?
On that train. I don't like his preparedness. I don't like his confidence level. I don't like what he's bringing to the table. I don't feel like he's giving us anything. Not even close to $55 million worth of anything.
Now, let's be real. Is anybody on our team giving us their money's worth in contract,
Durant,
including Booker? The only one. KD's the only one. And that's the point I was trying to make. So feel that way about everybody.
Bull gives me his money's worth.
Bobo for sure. I mean, he gets that men.
You know,
Gillespie with a good assist, or is that Grayson?
Racist.
Okay, yeah, sorry.
Yeah. It's Allen.
Dribble attacks, not necessarily one-on-one ISO, getting your own shot.
Racist.
I just feel like Beal is quickly losing his talent right before our very eyes. All of his talent is just on display. It's just disappearing.
Yeah.
He's aging right in front of us at 31 years old, which makes me sick.
I mean,
if I could go back to being 31,
Booker could be too.
You know how much better my body worked at 31 than it does at 38?
Correct.
Dude?
But did you play 82 games of basketball for your first career from 18 to 31?
No, but what a runner from Tyus. Still. You look at what Durant is doing at 36 compared to what Beal's doing at 31.
Are really talented. Durant's a freak of nature. Some dudes lose it sooner. But I would say this. You're saying the same thing I said about Booker earlier this season, where I said I feel like we're here with Booker, and we're no longer going up the mountain. I think we have peaked on as far as good as Booker's going to get.
Peaked.
You're something like me with Booker.
Wow. I've got to do Rivals main. I had to start playing with a more meta healer than Rocket.
Yeah.
I had to find a more meta healer. So now I'm maining Invisible Cakes.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay.
What is this game happening right now? What are they doing?
It's a jersey jumble.
Like it.
I like those. I like that green 51 jersey. Those are cool. Angel says, "I'm Lord Spidey." What are you in competitive, Angel? What's your rank? What's your elo? Because last night I was one game away from Diamond 2, and then I lost 6 games.
And now you're what? Right above Diamond 3?
No,
right
now I'm all the way back to Plat 1. I'm mid Plat 1 right now.
Wow.
Yep. So all my better than you-ness energy's gone now. Now
you're
a pleb like
you're
you.
in the same spot.
You know? We won 6 games, lost 6 games. I'm like, this is just, I got off. I was like, that's it for me, dude. I ain't doing this. I'll wait till it's being more
thoughts
friendly.
on the Seahawks right now, bro. I'm just here for the ride when it comes to the Seahawks right now. No, I have no clue what they're doing. So we're just here for the ride and seeing what's going to happen. The Geno Smith trade definitely caught me off guard for sure. I'm not. So
don't worry about little Geno. You guys are doing the right thing.
Little Geno.
You guys are. You're gonna draft QB, no question.
Like who?
I don't know, but that's true. That's true. Who? You guys will make a move for one. Or Sam Darnold will be your new hero. I can't wait to see you rocking a Sam Darnold jersey.
Well, good thing I never rocked a Geno Smith jersey. So
yeah, but you'll be rocking a Sam Darnold. You and Colin Cowherd.
Seahawks just signed Paxton Lynch. Yeah, okay. Is he even still in the league? What dance is this lady doing right there?
I don't even want to know.
Brian AZ and who else said Jackson Dart? I'm hearing that from what I'm understanding, Pac-Man. I'm hearing apparently they like the guy from Louisville. I don't know how true that is. That's like the rumor.
I know who you guys could get. Jackson Mahomes.
Sure, why not?
Well, they're talking to Beal. Let's see what he's got to say.
There's your hated player.
What do you know what he has right now, June?
No, I do not know what Durant has. Let me look it up. Let me look it up for you, Gabe.
That's a good question. I don't know if he'll hit 25. Who is this goon doing their
Durant has 5 points.
Modeling? Durant with 5? I think he'd get 25. He usually pops off when it matters. But if you haven't already bet on that, I don't know that I would. What's up, Katie? Just 1 year, Ruben.
Mine better.
Ruben, I feel less bad about Booker wasting a year of his prime than I do Durant wasting a year of his extended prime. It's like it sucks, but at least, Booker's still going to be 28, Durant's almost 10 years his senior. So I hate wasting a year like this from Durant. How many could he possibly have left? Can't be more than 5, right? It can't be 5. Book's got at least 5 left in him. It's just a down year for Book, and it's more than anything, it's down in
You better hope
efficiency.
it's a down year for Book, bro, and you better hope I'm not right. And I don't want to be right.
It's his efficiency, but his numbers are still really good. Really good numbers. We're just not winning. Yeah, Alex, that's the problem. They're wasting prime D. Lee. You put over 26 drywall for Durant. Well, hopefully he starts popping.
He's not hurt.
He's hurt.
Definitely not hurt.
Just out of the game right now.
Sports Geek says the Suns are wasting prime Gabe. So just prime Gabe. I'm past my prime.
I'm past mine. Are you kidding me?
Have you heard my takes? My takes are off. I'm just here for the ride. Gabe is the genius.
It's tough though, bro. It's tough playing a new character in Diamond. You're
in Diamond. So, what's the most banned? Who are the most banned?
Well, it's bottom of Diamond, so I don't know if that's like the best, but Moon Knight or Luna. Sometimes people ban Luna so that you'll be disincentivized from playing
Namor.
Yeah. Wolverine.
Yeah, Wolverine's
They get Wolverine up out of there.
Number 1 in console.
Yeah. So what I need to get better, I might need to.
Oh,
why do I have to keep showing it from different angles like that?
Before, bro. Oh my goodness, I'd never seen that before. That's bad.
Really? I've never seen it from that side angle. I've seen it. Just
Under who was your Overwatch hero? I love Zenyatta, Moira. When I played with Gabe, I was always forced to be healer. That's why I'd play healer whenever we're in Marvel now, because that's just been my habit.
I miss Prime Overwatch, but
I
bro,
miss Prime
at
Overwatch,
our age,
I miss Prime Destiny, bro. We didn't know how good we had it that year, bro. We truly didn't know how good we had it that year.
At our age, we need to stick with healing and tanking. That's where you're going to maximize your skill set. Okay, you and me, unfortunately, are not going to be no Namors. Yeah.
Beal has been an upstanding citizen of Phoenix. And he's just not good at basketball this year.
He doesn't fit in this offense. To be fair, Book doesn't really fit in this offense. This offense is not tailored for Book. You know, it's tailored for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
I didn't say that he wasn't. I'm just saying he doesn't deserve slander. Book for Embiid. Why would I do that, Lester? Ruben, Pac-Man, do you know what slander is? Slander is what happened to me and Gabe last year. That's slander. Okay? He's done nothing to deserve slander. I said criticism. Go ahead and criticize him. Say he's awful. Don't slander that man's name. It's not like he's out here punching babies. That's slander. If you're like, oh, Beal punches babies, that's slander. Like,
yeah, he's just
not good this year.
He's not good. No, but that's the thing, is that once you hit 30, it should be 35. It should be 35. But he's 31, and he's getting worse at basketball. Why
Everybody's
would we
think this team games?
Why would we think he's going to turn it around and start getting better again?
TV remote. I knew that quote was coming. Flipping Beal for Paul George. That would be Christu. If that was absolutely correct, that would be nuts.
No, Paul George is washed. They had to bully him into stop podcasting because he's so bad at basketball now. They told him he's spending too much time podcasting.
Who, Philly?
Yeah, he was at WWE last night in Philly.
I saw that.
He got booed.
Oh, yeah.
Ask it to. Everything closes when you ask it to. You know? All right, fellas, what do you think? What do you think? Halfway through the game here, 60-54. The Suns, you know, they were up 8 after the first, feeling pretty good. They only surrendered 2 points to the Mavs in the second quarter. Now, you could have the argument that they shouldn't be surrendering any points. They should just blow them out. But let's deal in reality here, because we know that that's not the cut of this Suns jib. That's not what we do here.
Hey, I'm actually interested in this halftime performance.
Bro, this group sang the best national anthem of the year.
Really?
They sounded like the Mormon Tabernacle Choir.
Yeah, but they're not supposed to sound that good, bro. They're not, remember? I'm joking. I'm just making sure.
Who said they're not? Who said they're not?
Not you. I have a buddy. Sorry, I'm confusing my white people. I
Yeah,
have a buddy,
like what are we doing here?
I have a buddy who is super racist against Middle Easterners. It's wild. Like it's crazy wild.
Reminds me of a romp.
No. Like it is crazy how racist. But this is dope.
Should have heard him sing the national anthem, bro.
I wish I could.
So clean. It was like, damn, they got angels up in there. They got a couple of angels in that soprano section. What the hell? Do they ever do anything other than practice singing together? Like, damn.
Probably not.
But yeah, it's kind of like a.
What is this though? What is this like?
I guess this is how they get down.
No, but like, what are they? Is what I'm asking.
You want to know their race,
ethnicity?
Let me guess. Next, you're going to want to know their gender.
No.
Next, you're going to want to know their sexual preference.
Yes.
I think they're Indian.
Okay. This is dope.
Yeah. Like of India.
I want one of them big drums, bro. That's what I want.
They do look pretty dope. That's a steel drum.
Like a big bass drum, like you played marching band.
Yeah. Anywho.
Yeah, anyway, back to the game. We should be up by 15 points. How's that feel that we're not? Because we decided to do something that we always do, turn the ball over and spot a team that's not even nearly half as talented as we should be. You should have seen the
start of the game. You should have saw the first 3 plays. You would have... If that's what you're upset about, bro.
I would have lost it.
Bro, it's like we start the game and we're just turning it over like Bad News Bears. We're turning it over like yakety sacks to start the game, and it just feels so bad because it's like, of course y'all would start like this. Of course you guys would come out here with no energy, like you didn't warm up. Nefarious says, I thought Cody Martin was with the Suns. Did he get waived? No, that's his twin brother, Caleb Martin. Arguably the better Martin. Our Cody Martin is not
G League, apparently.
No.
That's what somebody just said.
He's too old for the G League. They would not put him in the G League.
I just asked if Cody Martin was in the G League, and somebody said he was. Now they could have just pulled my leg.
No, they're probably
Malachi just said he's in the G League. He said it right there. Boom. Malachi said it, and someone else said it in the live chat. Okay.
Maybe they're getting him back.
You know how I know he could be in the G League? Because freaking Jahlil Okafor still in the G League. That's how I know he could be in the G League.
Maybe they're using it to warm him up because he's finally ready to play again. That's fine. What it is. That's fine. I like to use the G League for that too. It doesn't often get used for that, but I like that idea. I just think of Cody Martin as being too good for the G League. Yeah, Isaiah Thomas is in the G League because he's as big as Peter Dinklage, but he can also score 36 points a game. So it's like, bro, best we can do for you is let you play.
And you know what Isaiah Thomas does? He changes everything, okay?
He would have. He would have if Sundo was coaching.
You're not wrong.
All right. Now they do, Ernesto, they do look like candy wrappers on their heads. That's not a lie. You know? Looks like something that would wrap up an expensive chocolate.
You're getting ready to go to war and you're hearing these drums.
Did we ever go to war with India? I think that was more of an English thing.
That was English. Yeah, I was about to say English did, bro. That was the whole thing.
But we ain't English. We're American. All right?
That was dope. I'm not gonna lie. That was pretty cool.
They're doing work over there. Anyways, imagine your team. Who's the Seahawks' biggest rival?
49ers.
49ers. Imagine the Seahawks got bought by some 49ers fans. They install a regime of 49ers fans to run your team. They bring in John Lynch to run the Seahawks. And he comes in there, and who's your best player?
It's Devin Witherspoon right now.
And he trades, let's say, in his prime.
Or DK Metcalf.
DK Metcalf, in his prime, trades him to the Niners. And you're like, wait a minute, didn't y'all used to be but you're not fans of the Niners now because you run our team. Okay, I'll be a dumb bitch and accept that. Okay. That's what happened with Luca. Like, I know a couple of Mavs fans
I gotta be real with you right now.
Are done with the Mavs.
I gotta be real with you. It still hasn't settled with me that he's a Laker.
It makes me sick every time I see it, bro.
Hasn't settled with me. Like, I still don't. Here's the deal. I didn't even watch because I haven't watched any Lakers games yet.
They're number 2 in the West, by the way.
Like, it still hasn't
number 2
settled
in
my brain or like hit me that he is a Laker now.
Yeah.
Like, I hear Luca and I'm like, oh man, that's crazy. Mavericks. Oh wait, no. Every time.
Ooh wee. Who is that? Koulibaly? What a dunk. Damn.
But we don't like Miles Bridges, okay?
Cool
ball Bridges.
Stu says, where's Gillespie today? LOL. Nefarious
riding
Max
the
says,
bench,
yeah,
apparently.
Gillespie needs to play. Why is he not? God dang it. So, do you guys know who our coach is? Nefarious Max, do you understand what Bud is all about? Bud is a terrible, terrible coach who is most notable. If I had to say what's other than 3-pointers, Sundo, what's Bud's offense most famous for? Say it.
I don't know.
I'll give you a couple seconds. Think about it. Think about commonly used tropes or phrases that would make you think of Bud's. What comes to mind? Let's see if anybody in the chat can get it.
Shooting big, random. Play random.
You shouldn't be most famous for telling your players to play random. See, but it wasn't just a one-time ting. It wasn't like that one time when he was their coach, they caught him on a hot mic saying play random, and everyone ran with it and giggled and keyed. He still says it almost every single time he's talking to like it's his actual motto. That's what he's known
guys,
for.
Play random, guys. Play random, man.
That's what he's known for.
Steve Kerr's beard is ridiculous looking.
Whose?
Steve Kerr's beard.
Bro, I was going to say...
Hey, you know how he got a ring? Because the play randomness worked when you have Giannis Antetokounmpo as your star on your team.
When you have a 7-foot fullback trucking everyone on the way to the rim,
including
and
DeAndre Ayton.
The refs will not call a single offensive foul against him, but if you touch him, he goes to the line. That's how you.
Suns in 4.
That's how they won.
Suns in 4.
We really were there, man.
If we could rewind time to that spot on Suns fandom and just freeze it in time, I will be the happiest I ever.
That would have been nice.
Just get to game 2 of that NBA Finals and freeze. Elated.
Bro, you know, our live stream of when the Mavs blew us out really bad in that game 6 or 7 or whatever it was.
6 or Mavs.
Yeah, the Mavs, the one when the Mavs broke our backs. That
was
still
Game
gets
7.
views from Mavs fans to this day. They still watch that.
That's because that's their Super Bowl. That's their Super Bowl, man.
They go back and watch that shit. It's funny. I understand it. Rodney says, and they full court press CP3 and Booker. LOL. That's how they won. Tish says Giannis is innocent. Wow.
We said Giannis was guilty of what? Or Gabe, is Gabe talking about the fullback comment? Is that what you're talking about? Be fair.
I'm just saying.
I'm Giannis Antetokounmpo. I'm doing the same thing.
I'm just saying what I mean by it is an offense like the Bucks. I should say Bud's offense specifically. Bud's offense is very well served by a 7-foot fullback that does constant rim pressure. That's when an all 3-point shooting team can be really effective. When there's a genuine threat to guard the rim.
They don't need a shooting big. They need a tough down low big. Imagine that. So why don't you just do that?
We've got that. Plumlee.
Are you guys nervous about this game, Daniel Scott? No, I'm not nervous about this game, and not in an arrogant. We're not going to lose this game. It's just I'm hurt as a fan, and I don't care anymore in that kind of way.
What a funny reason to not be worried about it.
I'm just saying,
that's
bro.
not where I thought you were going with that.
Yeah, bro. Like, yeah, Edward, we're just numb to it now at this point. So do we care?
Numbness is definitely
numbness, not nervous. Definitely. Just numb.
I'll tell you one thing. If you think that we might not win this game, then you ain't black.
I lost that shirt. I gotta find it, bro. I really lost that shirt, dude.
That sucks. Because it's a cozy shirt. You know, it's great for wearing.
It actually is a cozy shirt. Like no,
it's very soft.
No crap.
Very soft
shirt.
Yeah.
Like, and I would wear it a lot, and it would get me in trouble at work.
Yeah, I don't wear it at work. You know, sometimes I'll wear it under a scrub top.
No, it would get me in trouble at work, bro. And
I don't wear it in Austin. I don't wear it around.
And here's how it would get me in trouble. I wore the shirt because I thought the quote was stupid to begin with, not because I sided with one side or the other.
But now that you do.
But at work, it was so divisive. All the Trump supporters were like, "Yeah," and I'm like, "I'm not here for you. I'm just wearing this because it's a funny quote and it's comfy. Leave me alone." He's like, "Yeah, he's one of us. Come here, son. Yeah.
Come over here. The water's warm, bud."
We got 40 episodes of Friends reruns to watch.
Man, who was it that said that if you want white people to love you, just be patriotic and they will love you?
Sounds like a Stephen A. Smith quote.
Man, I can't remember who it was. They're just saying, like, even the most racist white people will love you if you're patriotic.
I've heard that quote. I just can't remember who said
it. Man. Tish says, do you guys think deep down
Katie and Book resent Beal? That was kind of the report that was out there, wasn't it?
Man, that would be really... I feel like he's not a part of their clique.
Yeah, that was kind of what was implied during those trade rumors. He's going to finish this game, and then he's going to sit out the next 5.
The same with Orlando. Got some run with Jamal Mosley down there.
Beal's going to finish this game, and then in the next 2-3 games, he's going to be on the injury report.
Yep. Turned his ankle. Got it stepped on.
That I've spoken with the organization and teammates.
Oy vey.
Marshall with the slam.
Yeah, he looks a little gimpy, doesn't he?
Yes, I'm telling you, he did something. He's going to finish this game, and then the next 3 games, he's going to be off.
Richards has a chance to post up Thompson.
Injury report, ankle.
Sets the screen.
Beal versus Clay to the rack and going to the line at least. Can we have Beal play with ice strapped to his ankles just preventatively in case? Good Lord, man. Tell you what, I am getting hungry though. And I do feel like a thundercloud sandwich is in order. It's the only sandwich that will do.
I'm glad.
Do you know what it's like to have a magical sandwich shop next to your house? It's rough because you can't resist. This isn't Subway. I'm not sloughing down some bicycle tire breaded meatball sub. I'm talking about soft bread.
Hey, bro.
I'm talking about fresh bread.
I'm here for it.
Okay? I'm talking about delicate meats.
Delicate meats.
Okay?
A
little bit
of Gabe's next film that he's going to be doing.
Delicate meats. Woo!
I think Bull getting 6 rebounds. Look, Bull should get 6 rebounds. Doesn't mean he will.
He's already got 5. He'll get 6. Well, that's the question, bro. And that's why they would put his rebounds at 6. That's why they would do that. Because they know Bud probably won't play him long enough for him to get 6. He'll get to 5, and Bud will pull him out the rest of the damn game. So that's that. I mean, 6, you'd think so. Will Bull not get pulled, though? Look, I think he will. It'll be the Plum Show.
Dusty says, I got hit the delicate meats the other day. Oof.
Yikes. Yikes.
What is this? Fast and the Furious stupid edit.
I mean, just let them do what they're going to do. They're moving to Las Vegas pretty soon.
They live their life 1/4 mile at a time.
You know?
They didn't have me. They didn't even have their car.
I would say we should be happy about it, though, shouldn't we? We shouldn't be giving them...
About what?
That their franchise has been burnt to a crisp.
The Mavs?
By Trogdor.
We shouldn't be... What do you mean we shouldn't be happy? But what do you mean?
We should be happy, shouldn't we? All the shit that they talk,
like in a petty. I mean, sure, we should be happy, but
the shit that they put us through,
that's not fun. Okay, the type of karma I like is not that type of karma. But I mean, it does suck to suck. We understand. We definitely understand.
yes, that's what Code says. We should dance on their graves. I mean, there's just a human aspect of it, Code, where like I can't. There's karma. That's what I'm scared of.
There you go.
I'm scared of their karma. I'm scared to dance on their graves because
the rant with the John Cena.
What goes around comes around. You know.
The rant with John Cena.
Did he really? He does. The hamburger meat is hamburgering. Oh, that's Sundo, what you're talking about. It's time. It's time she ran the country instead of you and your bigot friends.
Hey, bro, don't talk about me like that.
Well, you and RFK trying to take away my Reese's Cocoa Puffs.
See, Gabe. You don't need Reese's Cocoa Puffs. It has red dye 7 in it. And the problem is,
I mean, from what I hear, you and your people, you and RFK, just want people to have the information. About what's really in stuff. That's what I heard from your people. Oh! You can't tell me she don't look a little like Jasmine. She got that good hair, though.
I was about to say.
But, as Dr. Umar says, stop with the wigs. If I can't grab it, I can't have it. Okay? That's a Dr. Umar special.
I'm sure.
We need more Dr. Umar cuts.
You do that. All right, you put Dr. Umar cuts in here.
If I can't grab it, I can't have it. All right, we back. Goosey. Instant layup.
One of the top women's programs in youth basketball.
Now players all throughout the
country, you know, Metro.
Division I college basketball.
They get a C plus.
Dr. Umar wasn't on my bingo card for this live. Yeah, we're expensive.
Yeah, they training camp in Hawaii, traveling to China.
Umar's goated. Okay.
Umar's Durant.
He's traveled the world.
Now Umar would not approve of you and Miss Sundo.
Oh, stop it! Right, don't worry about all that.
All right.
Okay. Let me bring up my personal life.
Just saying. All right. We need to get Dr. Umar on the channel. We need to have him interview Miss Sundo about what she brings to the table for you.
Continuing to attack the rim, taking advantage of the opportunity, staying ready.
That's what he was doing. He was interviewing all those snow bunnies to see what they had to bring to the table for Drewski.
Yeah, that Drewski thing.
I say we need to have him on here interview.
Oh, wow.
We need to have him interview Miss Sundo and ask her what she brings to the table for you.
This presentation of NBA Sunday Showcase
on
NBC, presented by Popeyes.
Did you just see Royce completely airball that?
I'm numb to it. I'm numb to it, and here's what I'm thinking. I get a lot of pushback on y'all's X platform whenever I champion Ryan Dunn. Believe it or not, Sundo, a lot of Suns fans think that Ryan Dunn is quote unquote ass. Now, you know which type of fans these are. These are the type we were talking about earlier. But they think he can't shoot, keep him on the bench, send him to the G League. You know who else can't shoot? Royce. But you know who never gets punished for that? Royce. You know who doesn't have as good a defense as Ryan Dunn? Royce. So why can't Royce play if we're going to get this type of shooting from?
I mean, why can't Ryan Dunn play?
Why can't Ryan Dunn play if Royce gets to play?
I don't know. You're asking too many simple questions that Bud refuses to answer. So,
I might have to watch that entire because I've seen clips, but I might need to watch that entire Drewski episode. That might be the one that gets me to watch the whole thing. Okay. I might have to sit down with Katie and tape her reaction to it. Okay. You see him putting Nugget up on his knee, constantly sitting her up on his knee. Ain't no need for all that. Okay. Animales says trade the whole damn team. He asked that little girl Nugget. He was like, "And what do you bring to the table?" And she hops down off of his knee and starts doing the splits. And Dr. Umar is like, she really leaning into the sensual, but that's not what I'm asking. Pac-Man said how much they pay bum-ass Royce. I think he makes like $8K. $8 mil. I think it's something in the reasonable range. Priest Holmes says, what up, Sundo? What up, dog?
Priest Holmes.
Big dog.
The man. Check your, I sent you a text message.
Oh.
Son, have you seen the new Daredevil? I have not yet. I need to. What up, Priest Holmesy? How much they pay Royce? I think they paid Royce like what, 11 mil or something like that.
Is it 11?
think so.
Mm.
I know it's in the double digits at least.
Mm.
Can we get to the game? Well, they're showing us kiss cams for some random reason, right? We're trying to.
Trust us, we're not gatekeeping the game, okay? We want it over with.
Yeah, they just keep showing us kiss cams in the arena. And usually me and Gabe would agree with you, but Plumlee's really not the issue right now.
He's not. I mean, I'll get more and more upset as we get down to like the 1 minute mark, and Nick Richards still hasn't come back in because
Nick Richards is not coming back in the game. No. So just give that up.
No.
Durant has 19 points. Will he get 26? That's gonna be tough.
Maybe.
With 9 minutes. He needs 25. Whoever.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully the game is closer than Kevin Durant has to bail us out again for the millionth time. Mona says, I have no faith in this team.
No, nor should you. Nor should you.
Yep, need 25.
Well, imagine being a Mavs fan and watching this played out ass shit that's been done a trillion times.
I don't know what's the point of it.
Some might have been the Timberwolves did this dance routine with their mascots, and now every team is copying it. And just imagine going through this when your team is losing and your team is about to get sent to a different state. It's like, I would just be like, all right, man, I'm out.
So Russell, you are a Mavs fan, I take it. And we were talking earlier whether we should laugh at y'all or not after all the Luca is
like, should we be
daddy
enjoying your pain or
and we don't. At least I don't. I feel bad for y'all because that's the way that went down.
It's too much.
Nuts.
It's too much.
The way that went down is nuts. Y'all don't deserve it. The Mavs fans don't deserve it. I know plenty of Mavs fans who have been dedicated to that franchise. They don't deserve it. It's absolute. What they did was crazy. And if the rumor is true, what Gabe says, his theory is they're trying to get your team moved to Vegas. That's his theory.
Yep. Eli says Mavs fans would have no mercy on us. That's true. That's probably true.
What? That's why we're better.
I mean,
like, as somebody who used to be on the show would say, maybe we're just better. I'm kidding. Y'all saw the last year? I saw the headbutt. Yeah, that was crazy. I mean, Booker is 9 for 20. So
let's not bring that up. Let's not bring that up. Book with the steal. Book with the defense. Book hustling. Book finds Durant. Nice pass to Royce. Royce actually hits.
Can't believe it.
That felt daggerish. I feel like I'm getting daggered. You know?
Brian thinks it's safe to say it's over. Nope, because they could go on a 3-point streak because we refuse to guard a 3-point stripe. So let's just not get to that point yet.
Shout out to the Mavs players and coaches, because through all of this, they still have the Mavs playing hard. The players are still going out there. They're like, I don't care that I'm not a star. I'm still going to give effort. I don't care that we don't have stars. We're going to play as hard as we can. Suns don't do that. I mean, some of those
players, because those players won't get paid, bro. They still got pride.
Why don't we have pride?
I mean, I was waiting for you to ask that question, but I didn't want you to.
It's like if pride's so common, how about sprinkling some over here?
DNP for Dunn and Gillespie. Bud needs to go. Look. I don't know. What are you ranting about? What are you ranting about, bro?
Milk.
I wouldn't know anything about that.
Milk.
Even this milk, she's trying to get the ball in the slingshot and you cannot do it. Now it's all twisted up. You can't do it right. Do it right. They're waiting for their t-shirt.
Kid is freaking out down here.
Hey,
hello, is that Kay Adams' better looking younger sister? I wouldn't know because
No
I don't
such
even
thing,
know
no
who
such thing.
Kay Adams is.
No such thing.
Because I'm married, folks. All right.
No. Nothing better than jock jams, bro.
True. Skywalker June says, "Get Beal out of there." Is Beal even in? I don't feel like I haven't seen Beal play.
Yeah, that's true.
All second half.
Sundo, what's your ring, bro? Still flat one,
bro. Since he hurt his ankle. Has he been back?
I don't think so. And I told you, bro. I told you.
We were just giving him his props.
You were just giving his props, and you had already heel turn, but you were slowly drifting back. Now you're back to the heel turn. He was actually having a good game. You know what I mean? Like, he was actually having a good game. He was hitting some shots. He was looking like that old Beal that we were kind of starting to fall in love with. And then he went right back to getting hurt again.
7 for 10 and 3 from 5 for 3.
Is there any exit strategy for Beal, or are we just screwed? Unless Beal just wants to stay for the rest of the season and then get traded, I have no idea.
I'm definitely not Lord on Invisible yet. I'm a Lord Rocket, but
I am a
not
Lord
Invisible.
Cloak and Dagger, working on my Lord Invisible Woman.
Any tips with Invisible Woman? Now that I'm
not like
not Friends. No. Clay for 3. That was actually really pretty.
Clay.
That was really pretty, and he slapped it. That's right, Big Merc. 0 minutes for Dunn again.
Hey, there was a 9 though, Gabe.
I know it. I still think we're out of reach for a L, but it could be an embarrassing win where we only win by a little bit. Oh, Dunn in the game. Wow. Wowie. Tyus, midi, grenade, no good. Uh-oh. There's a steal from Ryan Dunn.
Oh, imagine that. Hey, defender.
God, I love those Grinch Kobe's he's playing in.
Tyus with saving Lee syndrome.
He had to put that last shot up. Why is this lineup the way it is? Gillespie's play is no good. My name is Marshall. Whoa, no good. Gillespie gonna run out the clock.
It's kind of amazing how bad this Suns are. Yeah, it's nuts. A win is a win. Cool, whatever. We're trying to catch up and get to 10 seeds so we get in the play-in, but still, you only win by 9 against this team. You should have won by a lot more than that. But whatever. Moving on. We're on to.
The Phoenix Suns.
I don't even know who we're on to. Who are we on to?
And I think we're going to have .2 on the clock.
Please say something easy.
The post-game tap will have to wait. And there it is.
We're on to Memphis tomorrow at 7 p.m. Back to back. On to Memphis.
On the mend. The Mavericks fall to the visitors today.
Our next few games coming up, Gabe. Memphis, Houston, Sacramento, Los Angeles Lakers. Those are your next 4.
Say it again for me.
Memphis, Houston, Sacramento, and the Lakers.
Kevin Durant tonight with 21 as we check in courtside with
4 L's.
I don't know about 4 L's. I know we owe Memphis one after that embarrassing OT loss.
Hold on, bookie.
Regardless of how it is, it feels good to get a dub. Memphis tomorrow, man.
Jeez. Tell me it's a night game.
It is a night game at 7 p.m. our time, so 7 p.m. Central.
That's perfect for you.
Perfect for me. Yep. Well, the next 2 games are at 7. Memphis, Houston, 7. I'll take it. Man. I feel like we owe Memphis, bro. We've had 2 close losses to Memphis, bro.
Oh, you feel like we owe Memphis? Is that what you feel?
I feel like we owe them, bro. I really do.
Yeah.
I really do, bro.
Yeah.
I feel like
I feel like I owe Terrence Crawford an ass whooping.
Stop it.
Okay.
I'm just saying, bro. I feel like we owe them. We owe them. Okay.
Okay.
That's all I'm gonna say. Like, and hopefully this team shows up and does it. Because,
all right.
But
all right. Stop being goofy, and let's
talk
about what's really
gonna
happen.
Bro.
We're gonna go to Memphis. They're gonna pull our pants down, spread our cheeks, inspect our rectums to see if we have any contraband. And then they're going to dress us up in, prison unis. They're going to lock us up for 48 minutes. And we're going to be cussing Bud's name. Dude, there's no way we beat the Grizzlies tomorrow. There's just no way.
Okay. Like, and if we do,
all they need is Triple J, and they cook us.
And if we do.
I'm done with if we do's. I won't have to.
Will you apologize to me if we do?
Of course I will. I'm a reasonable man.
Then. So I'm going to go ahead and say this.
Don't.
With no blind faith.
Stop.
Going in blind by faith alone. No evidence.
No. Because it's so easy to play that card and be the happy guy and be the... Because you got nothing to lose. You got nothing to lose. If you lose, you just go, I was wrong.
Okay, then. My bad, bro. Dub tomorrow. Put it on the board.
No. Beal's gonna be swollen.
No, you're probably more than likely right. Beal's definitely not playing tomorrow. It's a back-to-back. And I don't even know who Memphis played. They probably didn't even play today. Let me just see their schedule real quick and see what they had to deal with.
They just played Dallas. JJJ hurt.
They play today? No. Grizzlies play today at 6, so they'll be on a back-to-back, and they'll have less rest than us
That's true.
By a few hours. So maybe we got a chance.
That's true.
So there you go.
Okay, I'll upgrade it from a guaranteed L to a probable L.
Okay, fair enough.
Is that fair?
I'll take that.
I mean, we do play them well for some weird ass reason, and even if we go down 20 or 23,
that's why I'm saying we owe them because of that. We have played them well this season, so we owe them.
What do you think of these stats?
I think Kevin Durant just ruined a lot of people that was in our chat's parlays. I think that.
At least he
Booker
was efficient.
ended up being 8 of 15, so he at least got himself past. No. He's 10. No. That was Durant. My bad. Forgive me. Booker was still less than 50%.
Is 10 for 21 a terrible stat line with the shots that he has to take? I don't think that's
when you're 0 of 6 from 3-point stripe. Yes, it's a terrible line.
That makes sense.
So yes, when you're 0 of 6, you could have, been more efficient not shooting those threes. Of 6 from 3 is ugly, by the way.
What of what?
0 of 6 from 3 is ugly.
Yeah, that's rough. And
Grey Goose had a big game. 10 of 6, 6 of 10. 50% from 3-point stripe, 17 points. I like that from Grey Goose.
Gotta love it. What did Royce end up with? 2 for 4? Okay.
2 for 4. Bro, Plumlee actually had a game.
13 and 5. How many minutes did he play compared to Nick?
20 minutes, and Richards played 19. And him and Richards were about similar when it comes to stat lines minus the rebounds. This is actually the one game where we can't be like, Bud, why are you playing Plumlee?
Okay. But why not continue with Nick Richards and let Nick
you're talking to the wrong guy because I agree with you.
But if they played the same, he got 1 less minute and he got 4 more rebounds and 1 more point. Does that not mean something to you guys? Like, does that not suggest?
It means everything to me.
It's like, doesn't that kind of suggest he should be allowed to play a little bit more?
I agree. I 100% agree, but he does. They split their minutes even, 20 and 20, but only one of them gets to play during crunch time, and it's Mason Plumlee for some reason. It's never Richards. Bobo 3 of 5, 6 points. So Bobo,
how many
starting.
minutes? 16 minutes, man.
16
16
minutes with 28 for the exact same result.
Bol got as many rebounds as Mason Plumlee in 16 minutes.
Yep,
but you don't put him in there.
Bobo's really more of a 4 or a 3 now, so those don't equate.
I guess I'd just be happy he's getting minutes. I just hate how Bud does this thing. It almost feels like he's trying to appease the fans. Like he knows who is supposed to start. He knows who a starter is, but he doesn't want them starting. So he'll start them to keep people off of his back. Okay, but when it comes to minutes, they're not getting the minutes. His boys are getting the minutes. As soon as he can slide Tyus in there and let him soak up the minutes that he doesn't. Like, what did Tyus do today? 1 for 4, 0 for 2.
Yeah, Tyus has been. This is definitely not his month. Well, at least the last 6 weeks. His February and into March has been atrocious. And remember, he had that good January where we're just like, okay, Tyus is actually solid, and he has not been good for February and part of March. It's not good. It's not good at all.
I don't know if I would assume this offense isn't a fit for him either. Got a lot of players that don't fit Bud's scheme.
Imagine that. So this brings me back to what your boy was at Windhorse that said that. Who was saying, like, hey, the Suns can build talent. They can gather talent. They just can't put a good team together. Do you agree with that? With the Tyus Jones and Gillespie's and Ryan Dunns and Royce O'Neal's, like, the names on paper sound great. They just don't mesh together.
Well, what is that? Like,
is it coaching or is it GMing?
To me, it feels like coaching. To me, a great coach finds a way to put players in the positions to succeed.
Can't disagree.
And I don't feel like Bud does that. Can we start with that?
I can't disagree.
Now, that's not to say that there are a lot of coaches like that out there. I get it. You know, I'm hoping for something that doesn't happen a lot for a lot of teams. But like, look at the effort Dallas gave versus us tonight. Like, we don't give that kind of effort normally. We don't play like a Jason Kidd led team. You know, we don't play.
My question is, as much talent as we have, we're always getting out hustled by teams like this.
And the really bad thing is the open threes.
Yes.
That
is the most atrocious part about it.
The amount of open threes, man, I would imagine it's close to 10 a game.
Booker had 6 assists. Gabriel, he did not have 7. He had 6. So if you were playing a parlay, I'm very sorry.
Beal
One short
6. I mean, as much as we all hate on Beal, he was efficient. He went 3 for 5. He shot less threes than Booker and made 3 more. Okay? He scored 5 less points while taking 11 less shots. So that was good. It was nice to see Beal get it going. The thing is, he was rusty last game. He did not look ready to play last game.
And Beal was
your boy Bud. Your boy. You ready for the and ahs?
Yeah. No, I mean, I think, Kevin's ability to play through the post, something that's been good for us this year. So, tonight, I think, played against a lot of double teams, a lot of, kind of extra bodies, and he scored some, created good looks for us. So, that's a good piece of what we can do.
I feel like this season gave Bud a few extra wrinkles in the forehead. He's looking worse.
Yeah, no, it's good. I think it's similar to the post. I think, we felt like if we could get to the paint, we could finish. they're obviously going through a lot. The shot blocking, the presence in the paint, hopefully with the drive and the paint game, we can make up for what we didn't have at threes. Ideal is you get everything. So, but tonight was a good night for us in the paint.
I would hope so.
Yeah, I think, a lot of reds, guarding the ball, just guarding your man. I thought Grayson's block late in transition was a big play. Just tracking, Thompson all over the court. Marshall had a huge game. But he had a little bit of everything. He's a great drive player, playing off the bounce is kind of a big guy, but he had the 3-ball going too. So, I think just the overall connectivity, the activity together was good.
Obviously, you guys were playing Memphis last time you guys were there. Up 4 with 16 seconds. Probably should have won that game. How important is it to get back there and get one in, considering the way it's gone in series-wise?
Yeah, no, it's pretty fresh in our minds. I think the guys are ready to get to Memphis and, get locked in and focused on that game and see if we can put ourselves in a position to win.
Lastly, I find it interesting you mentioned Kevin playing out of the post. It looked like today, there's games where you feel like he has to force threes, but it looked like today it was more of his rhythm, drive it a little bit, get out of the post. How much is it finding that balance even with him? Okay, we don't want you hoisting threes, a lot of them, but we need you to shoot threes. We also need this other stuff from you as far as the mid-range and getting to the rim.
Yeah, every game's a little bit different. But, I think he has a great feel for it. I think we're encouraging. I think the more threes he shoots, the better. He knows that. But then I think the ball moved around, and when it finds him, when we start, dribble, penetrating, and then it's finding him, he's got that pull through to his kind of one dribble pull up, and he's getting to the basket a little bit more too. So we need a little bit of everything from Kevin, really from the whole group. All right, thank you. Yep.
Anyway,
I think I like the post-game press conferences more when they lose, because I get to hear them ask the questions about who he's playing. Like, I would have loved a question about Ryan Dunn. Are you done with Ryan Dunn? That's what I would ask. I'd be like, are you done with Ryan Dunn for the season?
I would ask him, like, are you just done with the rookies, period? And what's the deal with them? And have you just given up on trying to develop them through giving them minutes? Or are you trying to just develop them through practice? Like, what's the deal with your rookies that you drafted that you guys were very high on? Like, what happened all of a sudden? Now, we got Bowl now, so I'm cool with that. But that would be my real question. I was like, hey, what's the deal with, the Dunn and the Oso experiment?
What's the
plan with
Oso?
It's just like, what's the plan with them? I just like, if you could just give me a solid answer on what the plan is. Hey, we're just trying to develop them through practice. They're not ready yet. Yada yada yada. Okay, cool. But we don't have answers on that. It's just that's just how the rotations went. Okay, clearly that's not how the rotations went. Clearly there's something else because you refuse to play them.
Could you be more specific is what you're looking for? Like, could you give us, okay, that's the coaching answer. That's the coach speak. Could we have an actual answer, though, bud?
Yes. Like, what's going on with your young guys? If you just said, hey, we don't feel like they're ready, cool. We're trying to develop them this way. Thank you. No, all we get is just rotations. That's how the rotations fell.
I feel like I have heard him mention Dunn's shooting. We need him to hit. We need him to knock down shots.
Well, you know what you need him to do? You need to train him in shooting. Then do that. Are you training like?
Well, I'm sure he's shooting a ton in practice.
Maybe he's just having a slump, right? You're right. Because remember in the beginning of the season, in the off season, we were watching him just crank out 3 after 3 after 3 and was consistent hitting,
unbridled confidence.
Yeah, and now he doesn't have confidence anymore. So.
Yeah. It's very disheartening, man, because I know I'm right about this. Practicing shooting threes is not going to get him there. He has
Nope.
to do it in the practice has to come in game. When the pass is coming to him full speed, when the defense is coming to him full speed, when there's a crowd yelling behind him that might or might not want him to make the shot, when the points actually matter. That's the only time your brain gets the experience of shooting in game, and you cannot replicate it. Like football practices, you can't replicate what a real game speed is. You can't do it. You can't. It's impossible. And so you say, okay, well, he's not hitting, so we don't have time for him right now to get those practice reps. That's a beginning of the season sort of thing. We have to tighten up because we have to win every game down the stretch. It's like, that's a better answer. But you've got other dudes out here stoinking threes as well. Like, I guess my better answer is, what value do you place on having a perimeter defender? A real perimeter defender out there on the court. I guess
not very much value because they don't see it because they refuse. Like, we have consistent.
Just play him as a defensive guy. Tell him not to hang out around the 3-point line.
Be Tony Allen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, do that.
Be the defender, and I say don't let yourself get stuck in the Okogie situation where you leave him in the corner and the defense says, oh, you're going to leave Okogie in the corner? We're going to leave Okogie in the corner. And then let Okogie shoot 10 threes a game and make 1 or 2.
No, we're talking about Ryan Dunn and Bud's and his team's seeming turn on whether they have decided not to play him, and we're talking about how his confidence has been ruined because of that. Whenever he needs to have the experience shooting in game and playing in game, not just shooting at practice.
I say have him in the dunker spot on offense. Have him going baseline to baseline for backdoor cuts. Don't let him be in a situation where he is stuck standing in the 3-point line so that you don't have to be disappointed by him missing threes. Get him going towards the rim. I don't know. Be creative.
Yeah, but that's not going to be a thing in Bud's offense, and we know that. So that means Ryan Dunn's just not going to play because there will be no adjustments made to the offense and offensive strategy.
Hashtag real man is here.
I see the real
hashtag
man.
Changed man is here.
Hashtag Diego the GOAT.
Diego
is here. So anyway, I'm looking forward to seeing what's going to happen this offseason. Whether we let Bud go or we keep Bud and decide to blame the players. I don't know which one's going to go, but it's interesting to see.
There's so much that needs to change, man. There's so much. It's like
I think KD gets moved. I think they're going to attempt to move Beal again. I think they're going to build around Booker. With the Ryan Dunns and Osos.
Would you attempt to move Beal in the hopes that
I would move Beal
and Durant, or are you doing?
I would move Beal and
I
would send a young player like Oso with him. Here you go. As much as I don't want to move Oso, but if that's what it takes at this point, we have Nick Richards and you have Bol, and I have confidence in those two. You send Oso with them.
Rumor has it that in order to get off of Beal, the Suns are probably going to have to put Ryan Dunn in the attachment.
That's the hard part. That's so tough, dude. That's such a tough because there's so much potential there in the athleticism and the defending of Ryan Dunn. He can defend all 5 positions, bro. I don't like that. Chris Dew, $4.99 super chat. Need wins, yes we do. That's the thing about Ryan Dunn. I just don't want to ever have to get rid of him.
Think about Toumani
because of that, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, Toumani's a better shooter, no doubt about it. But like,
no, well, Toumani was not a better shooter coming out of college. He was not a better shooter coming out of college. He was
what are you
not.
talking about?
He has developed it through playing time. He has developed his consistency.
I thought
shooting.
that was kind of the thing that we liked about him coming out was the fact that he was a better shooter. Clearly, and the thing about Dunn was he didn't shoot. He was just a defender.
They were in the exact same position. They aren't good shooters, but their jumpers are pretty. They have pretty jumpers that don't go in.
I guess I believe you. I remember it differently, but hey,
I
believe you.
Imagine if Ryan Dunn gets traded to the Magic with Bradley Beal, and in 2 years
Dunn's a beast
is
in
defensive
Orlando.
is on first team all defense and shooting a percentage of 3 around 40. Imagine how the Suns fans feel. I just can't do it again. It's like I burned my hand on that stove.
Yeah.
I don't want to burn it again. We're learning. When are we going to learn lessons?
I just can't bring myself to getting rid of Ryan Dunn for Beal. I would just pray that somehow Beal something happens in the next few years while keeping Ryan Dunn. I would not. I just can't bring myself to do it. I would say Oso. Here you go.
I'm fine with getting rid of Oso because Oso will never be able to shoot.
Correct.
So, okay, we can find players that can't shoot but can rebound.
On
we could
TV,
go sign
I would
Bismack.
be more than okay with getting a Jonathan Isaac back in the trade like that. Couldn't hurt. You know what I mean? It'd be well worth
as
getting
part
rid
of
that
it.
Beal contract. Yes.
Yeah, if that you know.
Bro, do y'all know how? Yeah, we know how no trade clause works. I mean, everybody's out here just praying that bro gets traded.
Right. But the thing about the Magic, the reason why I bring up the Magic, first of all, it was mostly random, but also it's a warm weather city, and the Magic are on the way up. They're getting better each year. They've got talent now. They're not. Yeah. They're not what the old Magic used to be. And imagine it's like, oh, your kids like living in Phoenix. How do they feel about living in Disneyland?
Man, Disney World, not
Disney
land.
World, my bad.
Don't do that place dirty like that. That's the world, not the land. The world. So anyway,
no taxes. Keep all your money.
If it was like, hey, you have to trade Dunn to get rid of Beal, I'm keeping Dunn. Sorry, and I'm keeping Beal. I'm sorry. I'll just go with that route. I think KD's getting traded for sure in the offseason anyway. So, Gabe and Sundo, did you see the clip of KD and Jason Kidd talking? Did not. Were they talking smack to each other?
I don't think I saw it yet.
Anyway, we're on to Memphis. Press conference apparently.
We're on to Memphis, folks. Let me pull up the Memphis ESPN sheet. Pull up the game cast for that.
What's the percentage of us
Predictor
winning?
has us at 41 to 58. Okay. It looks like Kennard is out. Jaren Jackson Jr. is out. Here's my question, folks. How out is he?
How out is he?
Is he out like every other player that they're not out? They just say
estimated
out?
Return date 17, bro. So it must be pretty significant.
Okay. That helps because he is an absolute Suns killer.
Killer, bro. He absolutely
We have
is.
no answer for him whatsoever. So now I'm actually thinking...
Don't
give
do it.
the Suns.
Don't do it to yourself.
I give the Suns a 40% chance of winning.
There you go. As long as you give them that chance.
40%.
I get to be happy and say I told you so.
40%. If they don't got JJJ. Because we did a good job of shutting down Edie the last couple of times and not letting Edie eat on us. We'll play Bull against we'll play. Man, do they put Bull
Kiwi.
on
Kiwi. Can we Kiwi with the $2 super chat says Beal for Kyrie, Ishbia Wilson, Kiwi.
They Thanks for the $2, Kiwi. That's all we have to say. Okay.
But again, Beal would have to want to do that. We can't just throw out.
Well, you know what? The Mavs are destroying their franchise on purpose, so maybe they would do it.
Ooh, but does Beal want to do it?
Yeah, who knows, man?
He knows what he wants. I think he wants to stay in Phoenix. I think him and his wife have found a good, comfortable living arrangement there. They like the weather during the winter. They're not leaving.
Dallas has great weather in the winter.
It's true. Unless it's like that rarity where all of a sudden you'll have a freaking ice storm and it's cold as balls down there.
Yeah. We're on to the Grizzlies.
We're on to Memphis. Oh, man.
Thoughts on SmackDown?
It was just another SmackDown, bro. SmackDown's been bad because they decided to make it a 3-hour show. Hopefully it goes back to 2 hours soon because SmackDown's just been very unwatchable. Except for a few segments here and there. You're better off just watching the highlights or watching TikToks for SmackDown than actually watching the whole show at this point.
Big Daddy says, why give Beal a no trade clause? Well, basically, the reason why is because the Washington Wizards are the NBA's equivalent to dog water. No offense. Just telling it like it is. And he's the greatest thing that's ever happened to them. So, in order to keep him, so that they had some relevancy, so they had something to build around, not only did they give him a max,
no trade clause in the max.
They had to, literally, they're that desperate. So that's our problem. Okay. And just not that different from us giving Ayton a max contract that nobody wanted until the Blazers were willing to take it, and now that's their problem, that they have to pay Ayton a max.
Some of the thoughts on the new WWE 2K. I haven't played it yet, so I wouldn't be able to give you thoughts. My buddy plays it, though. He tells I haven't bought it yet.
I'm shocked you're not into that.
My buddy is playing it, and he says he's loving it. So
gaming and wrestling. How are you not?
What's going to get me to get this one is the online GM mode. Now that'll be a lot of fun. I will do that. When we face Rockets, what do you think will be the result? What was the result last time? An overtime loss.
Man,
the same thing. Here's what I think the result will be. The exact same thing that causes us to lose every game: turnovers and the inability to guard the 3-point line and offensive rebounds every time. And that'll be why. And if we lose tomorrow, that'll be why. Can't offensive rebound, give up threes, turnovers
every time, bro.
Every time. That's exactly why this team loses. Every game is exactly why this team loses. Every close game, a turnover, offensive rebounds, we're leaving the 3 wide open every single time.
It's that simple. Specifically, not boxing out.
Big Daddy says, as Suns fans, do y'all want to trade KD? Wanna? Maybe.
For me, wanna is no, but we both understand that we understand that it may be very necessary.
Yes, that's where we're at. Where it's like, no, KD is still such a great talent, but you're kind of going to have to.
It's like your parents being like, hey, do you want to go to the dentist? And you're like, no. And it's like, but you need
probably
to.
Should. And you need to. Right. Same thing.
We're on to the Grizzlies.
I think he will get traded. Yes, we're on to the Grizzlies.
He's got a Rogan mic.
This mic stand is freaking
smooth and not squeaky.
It's not squeaky. It's also like freaking it automatic, like
it has like bounce back.
Yeah, and kind of moves on its own sometimes. It's weird.
That's the white privilege that it has. Thinks it can just do whatever it wants in this life. All right, guys, we'll see you tomorrow. That's the cool
Tomorrow,
thing.
7 p.m. Central Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern. Your boys, Suns Valley, the Valley Boys,
and we're trying
against the
to
Memphis
make
Grizzlies. Trying to make it.
And what we're trying to make,
got losing our minds.
We're trying to make it to the play-in.
We're the Valley Boys, and we trying to make it.
When the season started, if I would have told you that we were going to be likely not going to make the play-in, and we would be so likely not going to.
With the way the season started, I would have smacked you.
So likely not to make it that the thought of making it was good enough to make you happy. Horseman!
I would have smacked you, bro, because it was just, especially the way we started, dude.
But listen, we did get a win.
We're on the Memphis.
And you know what that means.
We're on the Memphis.
I'm not gay no more. I am delivered.
You are delivered.
I don't like men no more.
Okay?
I said I like women. Women. I said women. I'm not gay. I would not date a man. I would not carry a purse. I would not put on makeup. I will love a woman.
I mean, one time I said during the stream,
praise God with him.
Right, we because they were like, "Where's Sundo?" And I was like, "Well, actually, we've got the security footage if we want to tap in and see what's going on at his church right now." And I played that? Me, and I was like, "Here we go. Here's a live look at Sundo at Sundo at church." We're on to the Galdang Grizzlies. Sing us away.
I don't feel like singing today, bro. I sang plenty today. Suns win. Suns win. Yeah, that's all you got for me, bro. Suns win, bro. Let's moving on. We're moving on to Memphis. I'm done. I'm sick of this team. I got to go to the bathroom.
That's what the real issue is.
That's the real issue.
Let's be completely on.
Suns win. Suns win. See you tomorrow.